going on, everyone? Welcome back to another edition of the Driving Professor. For those of you who are actually new to the channel, I am your host, as always, Rashid White. All right, so today's video is going to be a little different. It's going to be some news pertaining to automobiles, trying a little something different over here. And as you can actually see with the title and thumbnail over there, our lovely governor, Miss Kathy Hochul, she's making it where they're going to make it mandatory that you actually buy an electric vehicle over here. So Kathy Hochul says New York State is aiming for zero emissions vehicles by the year 2035. And this is the second state. It's always New York and California. It's like they gotta lead the charge to like just anything that's really, really bad, man. All right, so that means all new vehicles purchased in New York will need to be zero emissions model beginning in 2035. To reach that target, 35% will need to be zero emissions by 2026 and 68% by 2030. All new school buses purchased will have zero emissions by 2027, with the entire fleet meeting these standards by 2035. New York, I just mentioned that New York is actually the second state that will actually do this. Listen, I do not want no damn electric car. Please give me a damn break. This stuff is garbage. It's junk. And first of all, I mean, everybody knows the average American likes to keep their car 12 years. And you have to actually find people that will actually work on these things. And as you know, right now, there's mechanics right now. I mean, like that's like out here in the market that doesn't know what the hell they're doing. You talk to a lot of mechanics, it's really like a lot of auto shops. It's really actually hard trying to find a good mechanic that actually knows what the hell they're doing. So another thing, the batteries in terms of cold weather, it takes a long time to actually charge. There's also an issue if you're towing things. It actually uses much more battery. The charging actually could take a long time. There's another thing in terms of regulations. There's no regulations in terms of how much they can actually charge you to actually charge your car. The lithium batteries are actually garbage. You've seen the Samsung cell phone batteries, they explode. There was a whole big thing with the lithium batteries. So maybe if they can get better batteries, but then that takes me to my next point in terms of keeping your car for a long time. If you want to keep the car and the battery goes, it's $12,000. Sometimes even Tesla could be $21,000 just to change the damn battery for the car. Man, in terms of the infrastructure that is actually going to be needed, it's gonna, what was it, like $93 trillion? The country's broke. We're in a deficit as it is. What are they going to do? They're going to print more money and create more inflation. Let's just say when there's a fire on these cars, it takes a lot of water to put these things out. The battery can actually explode if hit hard enough, in a sense, though. And if you see the electric bus that went out, that caught fire, it was in France. There was like two of them. Let me see if I can pull this thing up over here. There's two. All right, so here we go right here. An electric bus actually catches on fire here.
Blue Star bus that exploded and caught fire on Highway 26 Thursday afternoon.
It was a little surreal. Just worried about getting the kids off the bus and making sure nobody got hurt. And told them not to worry about their belongings.
Bus driver Jody Fritz heard an explosion and then saw smoke in her rearview mirror. She knew the fuel tank was nearly full, so she pulled over and immediately started evacuations.
I asked DOT to shut down all of 26 because I was worried about the fuel tank and it was going forward.
All right, so you know that sometimes there's a lot of recalls with these car manufacturers because they're always trying to actually cut corners, cheat. They trying to, their profit margins. They want profit margins, so they make the car for 30, 40 grand. The whole idea, the whole model of a corporation is how can we make something as cheap as possible and then sell it for the highest possible price. So that's when that bus fire, you actually had an explosion there was a battery malfunction. Yeah, so listen, anytime these politicians actually want to really kind of push something on you, just know it's actually bad for you in a sense, though. Especially, it's just real bad. The free market, in a sense, can actually dictate. And listen, if it's really, really that actually good, then I think, people will actually adapt it. But when they got to force things on you, then it's actually bad. And there's ill intentions there. And who knows if there's any type of bribery, kickbacks. And I mean, we don't know what the hell's going on with the inner layers of politics there. All right. So if you like the video, please like, comment, subscribe. We'll wrap this up over here. And definitely share this video. When you share, the universe certainly shares back with you. Peace.